Hello everybody, so welcome back, and I know I haven't been posting a lot of videos lately, but I promise that this year I'll be posting a lot more. In this video I'll be showing you my top 10 VS Code extensions. Now VS Code is quite a popular code editor for sure, and probably a lot of you guys already know it. And if you're still stuck to Sublime Text, I would highly recommend VS Code and checking it out. I myself am a bit of a late bloomer in VS Code as well, but I don't regret switching to it at all. Now I would like to request that if you like this video and if you like my content, make sure to subscribe and like, because I'm trying to grow this channel and your help will be much appreciated. So without further ado, let's get into extensions. Alright, so at number 1 we have live server, and I will post all the links in the video description so you can just open the extension and download it. But in this case we have a live server, and basically this replaces a lot of different applications for me. So for example, if you have any static or dynamic code in VS Code, all you need to do is drag the whole folder, and then you can click on live server and it will open a live website for you, meaning that anytime you make any change to the code, the website in the browser will be refreshed as well. So there was this application before that I used to use called CodeKit. It's a really good application as well. It does provide other functionalities beside the hot reloading, but for my purposes live server does help quite a lot. And of course, like if you're using like Node application, there are live server functionalities there as well, but for me this works. So let me show you quickly how it works. So once you install it, a menu will appear here, this one. Now you have to open the whole folder in your VS Code for it to work, and it will tell you if you don't do that. But in this case I imported the whole folder, and if I click on it right now you can see it started the server. And if I make any change, for example, I can say coming soon now, and if I go back here, you can see that I didn't need to refresh the browser. I didn't need to do anything. It refreshed by itself. In the second place, we have a simple extension called CSS Peek. And what it does is that once you install it, you can hover over any defined class in your markup, and it will let you see the exact definition of the CSS. Just to quickly demonstrate how it works, I have this HTML document and I have Bootstrap imported. So what I can do is I can on the Mac click command and then hover over any class, and it will show me the definition of the CSS. For example, text center here has text align center important. And what if I wanted to like change one of these classes or change one of these definitions? What I can do is like I can still click on the command and then click on the class itself, and it will open the definition here. And at number 3 we have JavaScript ES6 code snippets. I know that VS Code provides a pretty good support for JavaScript, but this extension lets you add additional snippets and quickly like complete snippets. So I will just demonstrate some of them. So for example, it does support JavaScript and TypeScript and React and other JavaScript variations. So let's say if I wanted to define an import statement, I can go to my code editor and let me open my JavaScript file here. This is an empty file, so I can say here imp. Okay, I just need to write imp, and once I click enter, it will define the import statement, and then you can adjust it. You can always go to their documentation and just see quickly, but most of them are pretty common sense ones. So for example, if you're trying to write import, it will actually pull up the snippet and show you what it does. This is by the way, this is written by somebody named John Papa, so automatically it's amazing. And it's pretty simple extension. Basically, it lets you change the color of the outer frame of VS Code. So let me just quickly demonstrate it. So you see this frame here. So if I just open my command panel, and if I write Peacock, you can see all these different options here. So you can actually assign your own color, and you can give it you can give commands like darken or lighten your color. But in my case, what I want to do usually is just select this option, the third option, which is surprise me with the random color. So it will just choose a random color for me and assign it to the frame. So this particular one I don't like, but let me try it again. Let's see what it gives me. Okay, this one is much better. So you can play with it and see if you like one of those colors that are recommended. So you can always provide your own color here. So for example, I can say red and it will make it red. And I don't like this particular shade of red and I want to bring it back to the original one. So I can say Peacock. And then I can say reset workspace color, so it will bring back the black color if you don't like it. But this kind of adds a playfulness and mood changer to your VS Code. So fifth one is called Colorize, and it's pretty simple but useful extension. So what it does is it takes your colors in your CSS files and puts a background color on them. So just to demonstrate quickly, in this screenshot you can see how it works. You can have like a word there, or you can have a hex as well, and you can have RGBA, and it will make sure that it has an appropriate background color. And at number 6 we have Code Spell Checker. So I'm pretty bad at spell checking, and this has been a problem for me since I was a child, but this extension does help me with my variable namings. So what it does is that if you have not defined or have incorrectly written a word in a comment or in a variable or anywhere in your code, it will give you spell checking for that mistake. So that's pretty useful if you're OCD like me. So at number 7 we have an extension called Turbo Console Log, and what it does basically is it automates meaningful console messages. So just to demonstrate quickly how it works, I will just define a variable called test var and I will give it value of 1. So what I can do is I can select this and I can then press a shortcut which is Control, Option and L, and what it does is it writes a console message with not just variable but some messages here as well, that which can be useful. So for example, here it put this emoji, and then it has written the file name here as well, and the line number, and then the variable. This can be really useful for refactoring. So this happened to me quite a lot in the past, that I might want to refactor a certain piece of code, but then I forget about it. What it does is basically it lets you highlight a particular note or particular comment that it needs to be refactored. Just to demonstrate how it works, so let's say I have a comment called fix this code, okay, but in this case I would want to fix this code. So this is a to-do list, so I can say to do, and you can see that what it did is it's highlighted that particular to-do note. So basically it lets you see what you have to fix quickly. So another thing, for example, you can say fix me fix this. So yeah, you can see that it has given some personality to your to-do list, which will let you see this quickly. Okay, another one is called VSCode Icon. So what it does is that it adds icons for every different kind of files that you might have, and this just makes it useful to quickly locate a particular file. Number 10, we have an extension called Bookmarks, and this is actually extremely useful to quickly locate your code. So the way it works is that you can just go to your code and then you can toggle by saying bookmark. For example, I want to bookmark this particular code, so I can click on it, and as you can see on the left hand side we have a small tiny icon here which indicates that this particular code is bookmarked. Let me bookmark another code here as well. Let's say this one. I like the look of it, so I can just again click on bookmark, and now it's bookmarked. Okay, you have bookmarked. Now watch. So you can actually extension has added a tab on the side called bookmarks, so you can click on this and you can see all of your bookmarks here in the Explorer and quickly jump into it. So for example, if I want to jump into the JS bookmark that I have done, I can click on it and it will open the file directly. So this is extremely useful. And also you can label your bookmarks as well. So let's say I can say that consoling here. So you can basically label your bookmark to just quickly remember what is it about. I would highly recommend this extension as well. And that's all for now. So if you like this video and if you want to see more useful extensions from me, please make sure to first like and subscribe, and also comment, and also mention which extensions you found useful for your workflow. Alright guys, so that's all for today, and thank you for watching.